Welcome to the December 3rd edition of Litter Media Live. I'm Dan Ramey, Mike Smith on assignment, and Aaron Glandon. We need to come up with a picture of you in that picture.
Yeah, we're going to have to change that soon.
Yeah, one of these days. So I'm not sure if we can find the same artist or not and see if we can get that done. We'll have to figure that out. Maybe we should pose for a picture right now.
Now someone draw that and get back to us.
And then it's made. It's done. It's ready to rock and roll. Good to have you with us on this cold and blustery morning. In fact, it's going to get a little colder. So take a look at the forecast for you. Clouds, cold today. We'll see temperatures toward the weekend get down into the teens and maybe even some single digits. We could see the overnight lows near single digits tomorrow night. High temperatures will be in the lower 30s, but expect some wind chill. You stepped out just moments ago. Was it chilly?
It was.
It was. According to our graph here, we'll not see 30 degrees until sometime late Friday afternoon. And even then, in the evening, Friday night, it'll be around 20, maybe even into the teens during the wee morning hours of Saturday. So, You see the lake behind us there? It's frozen over. I don't think it's frozen over yet, though.
No.
Drove by the park last night, still glimmering, all the lights and everything on the water. In fact, there was a fella getting out of the station wagon, and he had a pretty sizable camera. It looked like he might have been a freelance newsman of some sort.
All right.
So I'm sure they were here to take video of the Shine On Chillicothe. Don't forget that the Rudolph Run and Glow Walk is tonight. Enderlin Circle will be closed to traffic. Downtown Chillicothe, Ohio's Tiffany Baldwin told us that there will be a lead and trailing side-by-side for those running and walking. The route begins at the corner of East 2nd Street and travels west to head over to Yaktangi Park and onto the flood wall. So if you're out and about and you see people running with glowing noses and reflective wear, that's what's going on this evening down in Yaktangi Park.
And be careful.
Yes.
Not to run over any reindeer.
Let's not ruin anyone's Christmas with something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be tough. Of course, we all remember that Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Right. Don't go getting revenge for Grandma.
It would lead to a song that would stick with us forever and ever and ever. Coming up here momentarily, we'll get you caught up to date with what's happening with news, sports, and also this date in history. We'll share that coming up. But first, Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is your trusted comfort advisor. You can count on them to get that taken care of. If the heater's not working, if the air conditioner's not working during the summertime when it's much warmer outside, if it's wet where it ain't supposed to be, that's probably a plumbing issue. Accurate can take care of it for you. Reach out to littermedia.com. Click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website, and it takes you to their website. That's accuratehvac.com.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
Whenever I first applied for the ArchWiz opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
If you want to find beneficial news that you can use, it's all at littermedia.com. We update this daily, multiple times a day. And if you can't find what you're looking for as far as news on our website, there's links to all of our social media pages up in the top right-hand corner, including our X, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and Litter Media Radio.
Full disclosure on what you just said, we forgot to do that on Monday. That was my fault. I apologize.
What did you forget to do?
To post something on our website.
Oh. So blame him if you can't find your beneficial
Yeah, for what
news.
he said, there was a touch of untruth. I forgot to do it Monday. But we did do it yesterday.
We did.
And we'll be doing it later today.
Yes. At the top of our news, yesterday was Giving Tuesday, and Chillicothe-based Petland highlighted the meaningful progress it is making through Petland charities in strengthening animal welfare. This includes supporting and helping to advance responsible breeding standards, along with caring for pets in communities across the nation. In communities across the U.S., Petland and Petland charities have provided substantial support, including a $300,000 pledged towards Ross County Humane Society's new animal shelter. So thank you, Petland Charities.
And that animal shelter is getting close to being finished. I reached out and communicated with Jen Thomas, and I'll be stopping over this week to get another look at it before it actually opens. So we will share what we receive in the coming days. So stay close for that. The Waverly Marching Band is there. They're on their way to Hawaii, arriving at John Glenn International Airport before dawn this morning. And here's some photos from band director Zach Ross. And what do you do when you see a piano at the airport and you've got some time in your hands? Well, Zach stepped right into action. Of course, holiday traditional classic there, Jingle Bells, from the fingertips of the band director, Zach Ross. Thanks also to Allison Arnold for the video. Last we saw, they had boarded their planes and are now on their way to Honolulu. First stop is Chicago for two of those planes, and another plane is going to Atlanta. And then they're meeting someplace in California and then going on to Hawaii. So they should be there sometime later today.
And there we go.
If you'd like to see more about what we talked about, you can find that on our YouTube channel.
Ohio hunters checked 23,149 white-tailed deer on Monday, December 1st, during the opening day of the week-long gun hunting season, according to the Ohio Department of Natural Resources Division of Wildlife. Ohio's 7-day gun season is open until this Sunday, with an additional gun hunting weekend on Saturday and Sunday, December 20th and 21st.
And deer's like, somebody's looking at me.
The deer is saying, I can't wait for December 22nd.
Fortunately, this was shot with a camera, not the gun.
Right.
For the deer, that is. Chillicothe's Tabernacle Baptist Church presents His Star, a guided journey, Marketplace 2025. And that's happening this week, tomorrow, right through Saturday night. We spoke earlier today with Sean Kellner about the production, which again opens tomorrow.
It is 100% indoors, and that our facility is large. We have the blessing and are fortunate to have this ability to create this large scale production and it still be all indoors. Mm-hmm. We transform a large portion of our building into walking back in time. So it's amazing that we're able to do that. And we've got, we use technology where we can, and just trying to create that interactive, that immersive experience. We try to add in sounds, smells, all your senses, tastes. It's all there because we want to engage all of your senses so that you can really kind of feel like you're in the story.
Again, the production is 6 until 8 p.m. tomorrow through this Saturday night at Tabernacle Baptist Church.
And remember, there are other presentations that we've shared, including Christmas in Bethlehem by Living Water 3CU in the park in Kingston this Saturday night at 6 p.m., and Journey to Bethlehem, a drive-through nativity experience at Chillicothe's Calvary Baptist Church this Saturday from 6:30 to 8 p.m.
Now, near Minford, White Gravel Mines, you can walk through the story of Christmas at the Christmas Cave, which runs each Friday and Saturday right through December 20th from 4 until 10 p.m. As we've learned over the years, don't wait until the last weekend for a visit. You want to choose your night, bring your family, your church group, make a traditional, wonderful worship time for this. Those photos that we saw scroll through there, that is my buddy Flip Richmond from Morgantown Church, and he made that trip. There he is. He made that trip last weekend and shared those photos for us, so we appreciate that. You can plan your visit at that is whitegravelmines.com. And again, there you see 4 until 10 p.m. this Friday and Saturday, next Friday and Saturday, and then the last opportunities are December 19th and 20th.
The Lancaster Handbell Choir has the perfect winter outing planned for you at 3 p.m. this Sunday at First Presbyterian Church. The concert wraps around 4 p.m., which means you still have the whole evening ahead of you. Make it a family day with the concert, then stroll downtown, grab dinner, and admire holiday lights. Tickets are cash only, $10 for adults, $5 for youth, 17 and under.
Holiday events up in Circleville. The Roundtown Players present 3 festive one-act plays this and next weekend. The holiday spirited comedies will be performed at Memorial Hall the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and again 12th, 13th, and 14th. There you see the Circleville Christmas Parade, and the tree lighting will be taking place on Saturday. The parade begins at 1 o'clock at Mound and Pickaway Streets, travels west to Scioto Street, then north to Franklin Street, and then back over to Pickaway Street again. The tree lighting, that is at 5 p.m. That'll be at the Pumpkin Show Park, and Santa has a new house down in Ted Lewis Park. Built by students from Logan Elm High School, Santa arrives this Saturday with additional opportunities. I like this, on odd days, 9th, 11th, 13th, 15th, 17th, and then on the 20th and the 21st, all up in Circleville. And don't forget also, we mentioned the Roundtown Players. Chillicothe Civic Theater will be performing White Christmas at the Majestic Theater, and I believe that is next weekend as well.
Yeah. The Great Seal of Ohio Holiday Concert will be held next Friday, December 12th at Calvary Lutheran Church in Chillicothe, beginning at 2 p.m. The event is part of Calvary Lutheran's 125th anniversary concert series. So if you want to come out and see the Great Seal of Ohio Band, come do that on Saturday, December 13th.
Calvary Lutheran has been where they've been practicing for the Holiday Pop Spectacular with the Columbus Symphony Orchestra. Now, the CSO's not been to Calvary Lutheran Church, but the singers have been, the community singers, and you're going to head out there tomorrow night, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll have some film footage to share with you. Another reminder about the Holiday Pop Spectacular with the CSO at OU Chillicothe Shoemaker Center. Tickets are $20 each and available on eventbrite.com. The Chillicothe Ross County Foundation's food drive for the Good Samaritan Food Network continues right through the concert date as well. Attendees can bring non-perishable food donations the night of the concert, or you can make donations at several businesses located throughout Chillicothe. And as Scott Graham from the Chillicothe Community Foundation told us, he'd like to see them build some sort of a Christmas tower of canned goods that night. Cool. That would be very cool.
Campbell's chicken noodle soup, that comes in a red can, so you got to find some green cans too, and then you can make Christmas colors.
Del Monte uses green in their cans, so there's plenty of opportunities right there.
There you go. The Southern Ohio Cleanup Company, LLC, recently made a $3,000 donation to Waverly High School for its COPE program, which is a community outreach and parent encouragement program. COPE helps with a variety of needs, including food, utility assistance, clothing, helping family members or students find jobs, transportation, miscellaneous costs for school and extracurricular activities, as well as medical and dental needs.
Look at that smiling face there on the right, or on the left, the right of the check. That would be Cindy Ramey, and appreciate Cindy for helping us with that. In our road report for you, again, a reminder that Rudolph Run and Glow Walk is tonight. Enderlin Circle will be closed to traffic, and depending on how long it takes them to run or walk, they'll open it back up when they're done walking and running. So just keep that in mind. All right, coming up, a look at sports details next. Hometown Motors Incorporated, 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe is where you'll find SCAG inventory marked drastically low. Clearance inventory, once it's gone, those low prices are gone with them. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. Do yourself a favor, especially if you're looking at Christmas purchases. This is a great way to say, honey, we got to cut the grass next year. How about we do it with a new SCAG? You can do that now at Hometown Motors on Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe.
Mark came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc. Minimally invasive spinal surgery got him back to what matters most. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Taking a look at sports, and we start off with our Haynes Total Healthcare Center High School scoreboard from last night. In girls high school basketball in the OCC Buckeye, Newark takes Lancaster 63-49. Pick Central beats Reynoldsburg 62-37. In boys high school basketball in the SVC, Uniota beats Paint Valley 75-34. Adina takes Huntington 55-46. And in the MSL Buckeye, Circleville beats Bloom Carroll 34-31. Low scoring game right there. Liberty Union over Amanda Clear Creek 76-46. If you want to find all the scores from last night, including non-league games, just go to our website, click on sports, and then find the Haynes Total Healthcare Center High School score page.
Mm-hmm. And we'll keep that up to date again tonight as well, as games will be played. Last August, I sat down with Eric Grooms, a native of Latham in Pike County, to talk about his short documentary on the Western Indians basketball team under new head coach Van Henry. This is from the late 1980s. Grooms gathered his teammates to talk about the influence Henry had made on that team that year. Henry passed away in 2021 from cancer. You can watch Coach on YouTube, and you can also view the interview that I did with Eric Grooms now on the Litter Media YouTube channel. Just look for this thumbnail, and it'll take you right to that conversation. Ohio Christian University's volleyball team is headed to the NCCAA Championship. This will be down at the College of the Ozarks. Head coach Allie Coyle, she's also the athletic director at OCU, was recently named Regional Coach of the Year. The Trailblazers finished the regular season at 27-3 and is the number 3 seed heading into the championship tournament, which opens play this morning. Additionally, OCU's Kennedy Bowling, a Unioto grad, Sophie Coleman, are first-team all-region selections. You can read more on the feed here in our Facebook page. Congratulations to these ladies, and bring home some hardware.
Yeah. This is something we forgot to share yesterday. The Ohio Bobcats have named defensive coordinator and associate head coach John Hauser as their interim head coach. The university announced Brian Smith would be on leave for an undetermined period beginning on December 1st. Hauser will lead the team into its bowl game once it's announced this Sunday.
And they've not said why Brian Smith has been put on a hiatus, so to speak. We're not sure if it's personal reasons. Maybe he's interviewing for another job. I don't know. So, yeah. But again, good luck to the new coach on the interim basis heading into the bowl game. We also heard this morning, and NBC4 is among those who have been reporting this, Ohio State offensive coordinator Brian Hartline will be taking the South Florida head coaching job. That job opened up when Alex Golesh accepted this top spot with the Auburn Tigers. Golesh is an Ohio State graduate assistant who went on to become head coach. He also went to Dublin Scioto. How about that? And now he's leading the Auburn Tigers. But we don't know exactly when Hartline will be leaving to take this job, so we're not sure if he's going to be leading the offense for the Buckeyes this weekend as they go to the Big Ten Championship game or into the playoffs. But then again, I'm hearing that Chip Kelly's available, so maybe he'll come back and help out. So Ryan Day, it's National Signing Day today for colleges, and so Ryan Day will probably be asked about this when the press conference comes along to talk about the new recruits for this year. Chillicothe's Trey Beard is expected to be back on the floor tonight for Cleveland State. They're playing at North Kentucky University, NKU, and met up with his dad, Coach Beard, for the Chillicothe Cavaliers last weekend. I said, was he hurt? What was going on? Because he didn't play for a couple of games. Right. And he said he tweaked his knee the game before the Valparaiso game, in which he scored 22 points against Valpo. And so he said he should be back at it again as early as this evening. And the Cleveland Cavaliers are back on the floor in Cleveland as they take on the Portland Trailblazers tonight. And that's a look at sports. Coming up, this date in history. Maybe you've received one of these.
You probably have.
It's a greeting.
Yeah.
We all receive season's greetings.
Yes.
But this one was unique. Details in just a moment.
Litter Quality Propane, custom tank colors and wraps. Find out how a propane tank can be beautiful at litterpropane.com.
The Pike County Career and Technology Center provides hands-on, skilled trades training with engaging curriculums and endless possibilities. From automotive technology, carpentry, business management, to culinary arts and interactive media. From electricity, welding, HVAC, engineering, and medical technology, to pre-nursing, basic food service, and public safety. We're preparing our youth for America's workforce through today's technology. To learn more about Pike County CTC, visit pikectc.org.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Intermedia Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. It's time for our educational portion of the program, This Date in History. And we go back to 1992. The first text message was sent via short message service, something by which we now communicate fluidly. The text was initiated by Neil Papworth, which simply said, "Merry Christmas." He was sending it to a colleague through their telephone, and he sent it from his computer. According to Wikipedia, the idea of sending a text first came about in 1984. And then after several years, they figured out how to do it. And so that first idea came from Finnish engineer Matti Makkonen, or Makkonen. Makkonen?
I'd say Makkonen.
M-A-K-K-O-E-N, or O-N-E-N. Nokia produced the first cell phone capable of texting. And back then, I'm sure it was along the lines of, you got to hit A 3 times, and you got to hit C 3 times, and it took forever. It took forever to type a text. And then if you saw you misspelled something, it's like, I got to go all the way back again and redo all those things. Fortunately, we appreciate what they have done to make it so easy to do today. And who'd have thought? I mean, that was 1992. That first message goes out. And he found out that it was received because the colleague he was sending it to was at a Christmas party. And so the colleague calls him and says, "Hey, I got your message." That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
So, and I looked into what Papworth is doing now. He's in his mid-50s, if I'm not mistaken, and he lives in Canada, I think it said. And so he's been involved with Oracle is the company he's working for now, according to the last I saw. I mean, maybe he was a budget cut at some point in time. I don't know.
Maybe.
But he's done multiple interviews. He's been an answer to the Jeopardy questions and things and that sort too. And so congratulations to the successful first text sent on this date in 1992 by a holiday-minded Neil Papworth. And now we can type our letters and send Santa a text.
So when was email invented?
That would have been earlier, I think.
Because they're kind of the same.
Kind of the same. I'm trying to remember if I received emails in the late 80s.
I didn't.
I don't know.
I wasn't around.
Yeah, you weren't around yet. It's a good question. I can't remember. And maybe this did come before email.
I'll look it up.
Electronic mail. The World Wide Web became a thing in around 1990, 91, I think it was. I remember Al Gore was vice president at the time, I think, or maybe he was governor of Tennessee at the time. And they were talking so much about the success of the internet.
Email was invented in 1971.
Ah, there you go.
That's earlier than I would have thought.
But it wasn't used as often.
Right.
By 1992, then it became you had to check your email. And now we have inboxes overflowing with things. I probably have an email that I haven't checked since 1993. Somewhere. And of course, we've had changes with employment and everything too. It seems like when you change jobs, you get a new email address. If you've got an AOL email address, let me know, because that was one of the first I remember.
Yeah.
AOL stood for?
I don't know.
America Online.
I've heard of AOL, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, there you go. And I even had to ask him, what does SMS stand for? Because I see it on my phone all the time, and it is short message service. And company, I think. So in Britain, they use SOSC.
SMSC, yeah.
Or SMSC, yeah. All right, that's it for the program today. If you missed my conversation with Sean Connor from earlier today, you can find that now on our YouTube channel and also here in the video section of our Facebook page. Probably on Spotify?
It is on Spotify.
It is on Spotify. All right, that's it for the show. We'll be back at it again tomorrow with another edition of Litter Media Live.